Facebook so I can kind of keep an eye on there.
All right.
It's redirecting. I don't know that we're just quite there yet.
Yep, it's in there.
All right, good. We're good. Okay, and we are recording. So let's go.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really wanted to share with you guys steps on taking care of your skin naturally and all of the amazing products so that you can find what might be best for your skin. So Melissa and Catherine and I are just going to go over the stuff. I've been to the beauty school in Utah, and it is amazing and fun to go and learn all of the stuff about your face and try everything out. So I definitely encourage you, whenever they open that back up, to try to get yourself a ticket to one of those and go there. It's so much fun.
They're also offering it live if it hasn't sold out. So they are virtually. I know they were doing some of those. I didn't really look at it because I've been to beauty school before also. And but I noticed in the beauty school group, they were getting ready to do some virtual ones and send you a kit to your house. So that's another option.
Awesome.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Right?
So the skincare, I put this in here real quick because I was talking to somebody a little earlier. I'm going to my phone. I don't know why it's making so much noise, but the skin, your face is a map to your health also. And I just kind of threw this chart in here real quick so you can see the areas, problem areas or indicators of some things that might be going on in your body. And this is, as in different parts, but, I found it fascinating how, when things are going on, whether it be breakouts, dark circles, different things, these are indicators that you can, kind of use, and y'all can screenshot that if you want. I'll put the picture in the group, but I just thought that was kind of neat. So I wanted to throw that in here real quick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the reason why we do this, why we do all that we do, is because of the risk that we take by putting chemical-laden products on our body. And that includes your skincare, your shampoos, your lotions, everything. We're primarily just going to be talking about personal care, skincare products. But it takes 26 seconds for the things that you put on your body to get into your bloodstream. And when you think about especially the shampoos and different things we use, that's, right next to your brain and, everything just going right in and in your bloodstream and all over into your body. And that's not very long. Sorry, I keep getting notifications too. And then this will be the final one before we dive into the material, is that everything we eat, breathe, and apply, which I just said is absorbed by our body. But this Cancer Prevention Coalition released this in 2012, that they concluded that mainstream cosmetics, so your makeup, your lotions, just in general, and personal hygiene products, pose the highest cancer risk to the general public, that higher than smoking. And that really surprises me. But if I know we've done classes in the past where, and I can't remember the number, but before 10 o'clock in the morning, it was some astronomical amount of known toxins. That's not counting the unknown toxins that we're putting into our bodies as women in the morning with your, hair care products, makeup, face washes, everything else. So thank you, honey. So there's, it's a considerable risk for women, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're going to jump we're going to kind of keep this short tonight because I know, everybody's wanting to wrap up their evenings, but we're going to get into different types. This is the normal skincare routine. Now, some of these slides are going to they're a little bit dated. We realized today we don't have some of the updated. So we have some of our own products that we have that may not be listed here. And then through the chat, if you have questions, or in the Facebook group, we're trying to watch those. You can ask questions in there. But this is for normal. And Candace, can you see that well enough that you want to do it, or you want me to read it? Or?
Yeah, I can read it. So basically, whenever you're in the beauty school, they walk you through the whole process of, cleansing. Now, the Art Gentle foaming, if you guys can see this, this is the cleanser, and this is basically going to be able to be used for all skin types. It's, some people are like, can I use that if I have oily skin, or can I use that if I have dry skin? This is going to be for everybody. And if you have super sensitive skin, really all of these products are going to be okay to use. You also have an orange blossom face wash that you can use as well. And that one is more for those that have like oily skin and stuff like that, to use that. But I've used both. I just really like the Art Gentle Cleanser, but I also do like the charcoal bar. The satin facial scrub, I don't have that sitting here with me. I actually ran out, but I love that exfoliator. It's gentle, it smells great, it works really, really well. Now I do want to mention, and it says this on the slide, but I used to be bad about exfoliating like almost on a daily basis until I found out that you're only supposed to do it 2 to 3 times a week because it's super harsh for your skin. So don't overdo it with exfoliating. And then I also use the Art toner. Now you can make your own, but this toner, you guys, works so well, and it smells great, and this whole thing will last you a very long time. I mean, at least 6 months that this bottle lasts, and you can actually get a kit of the foaming cleanser, the toner, and the light moisturizer together. So toner, that's the only toner that they do have, but you can use witch hazel and add your own oils if you want in a pinch. Restorer. So basically, restoring your skin, you can use this Art renewal serum that's made with orchid petals. It has a lot of other stuff. Sorry, Melissa, I couldn't hear you.
Smells amazing.
Yes, it smells amazing. So I got this at the beauty school in my kit, and I just want to show you, like, you legit wouldn't use very much at all, like a little pea size, and it's going to cover your entire face, and it leaves your skin feeling like silk, for real, and it smells awesome. And then so after you would apply the serum, which I do at night, I don't use it during the day because for some it might feel a little tacky. Then you would moisturize. So you can use a light moisturizer. It really depends on your skin. In the wintertime, you might want to use something a little bit more heavy, like the sandalwood cream. Or the Art Light Moisturizer if you just want something under your makeup. And then refine, you can use the Wolfberry Eye Cream, which this little jar will last you a really long time because you just put a little tiny bit underneath your eyes. But even you could spread it down onto your face if you want to. Is absolutely amazing. And then there's other things that you could do, like Sheer Lame, the Art Cream Mask. There's all kinds of different products. I use the Sheer Lame. This is actually suggested for people that have dark spots that you need to brighten and lighten your skin. And being in Florida, being out in the sun all the time, I started using this. I think this one jar has lasted me almost a year. And so I just ordered another one because it was starting to get low.
Mine lasts about a year. And on the bottom of that slide, it talks about the different essential oils that you can use. I use the Lavaderm spray a lot of times, and I'll squirt it in my hand and do patchouli, myrrh, and frankincense. And I will put that on my face sometimes first in the morning. And I do the moisture, especially in the summer. I use the light morning or night, but I use the heavier ones at night and then the light in the morning in the winter. Yeah. And my skin, I would say, is probably more normal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the slide to switch. So this is oily skin, which I don't have, but I know my daughter has a little bit more oilier skin, and she uses the Orange Blossom face wash. And I was going to say too about the toner. Maggie, actually, my middle one, took my toner because she was starting to have just some breakouts and things. I mean, she's 14 and everything, and she was amazed at the difference it made, not in just her breakouts, but just the way her skin felt in general. And just really, I was impressed. I've used soap and water my whole life. And when I went to beauty school and learned a lot of this stuff, I mean, if I wish I could sing my desk, I got all my products out and I just reordered my light and my renewal serum. But it convinced me after 50 years of doing soap and water to start using that. And so the art is my favorite, and the Shirley May.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, can I just add in right here? A lot of times those who think that they have oily skin is kind of the same thing with people who think they have really oily hair.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, now not all the time, but it could be, this happens a lot, that your current face washes or shampoos and conditioners that you've been using for such a long time are stripping your skin and being of your natural oils that help regulate the oil production in your face. And so your body is overproducing oils, and it's causing it to be much more oily and greasy than it should be, because it's such harsh cleaners and ingredients and chemicals you've been using on your face. So it may be that, after a little while, it may take your body some time to acclimate to the natural products, just like with our shampoos. We talk about that with the natural shampoo transition, but also with your face washes. And it may take you a little bit of time to transition into using these, but once your skin realizes what's going on and acclimates to that, you may realize you don't really have oily skin anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Candace, do you remember what they've said at beauty school about how it create like the pH balance and just how it changes the overall pH and everything of your skin? Do you remember that part? Because I can't remember the details that they said on that.
No,
Yeah,
it's not coming to mind right now.
So combination skin, did we finish going through the oily skin, or do we need to go back?
I mean, it pretty much was mostly the same with oily skin. You just don't want to use the heavy moisturizers if you have oily skin. You want to stick to the light moisturizer. And there were a couple of different oils, I think, chamomile, cedarwood, geranium, lavender. There's a couple different ones listed on the combination skin.
Mm-hmm.
But, like Catherine said, you may just, test it out for a little bit and see if your skin starts to balance out. But, if you have some dry areas, I would say more combination skin. Like I get dry on my forehead, but my forehead might seem shiny a lot of times. So some people might think it's oily, but it's oftentimes super dry. And then my cheeks will end up being dry, but the rest of my face is a little bit more oily, but not super bad. Not since I switched over my makeup. I used to have those blotting cloths for my face. I don't know if y'all remember those, but I used to carry those in my purse so I could blot my face during the day because it would be so oily. But what you'll notice here, the difference in what we've been talking about is you still could use the gentle foaming cleanser or the orange blossom face wash. You can still do the satin facial scrub. This says 3 times a week, focusing on your dry, flaky areas. You can still use the toner as well. The renewal serum is still going to be good for you, and you could use it morning and night. Moisturizers, the light moisturizer, the sandalwood moisturizing cream, or the Boswellia wrinkle cream. You can use any of those depending on how you feel. I reserve the sandalwood moisturizing cream for evenings because it is thick. And I also like to use it on my elbows and my knees whenever it's those cooler months where you're a little bit more dry. And then, as far as refining, you can use that cream mask. There's a chocolate mask that they make that's amazing as well. Shirley May is just going to always be my go-to because it's awesome. But that's pretty much, stuff that you can do for the different skin types. And then we'll talk about some other stuff that is, that has been released as well. Do we want to go into specifics of just dry skin?
No, I mean, we don't have to unless somebody has some specific questions.
It's pretty much the same products. You can exfoliate more often. You can use, the V6 oil cleanser if you want
and now
to, or you can use the I was about to hold it up. The Mira cleansing oil. So you can use this, and it's made to clean your face, just doing an oil cleanse, and it works really, really well. I love how it gets your eye makeup off so good. Better than the foaming face wash, I think. So
I use this in the shower. I love mine. I'd love it in the shower for when, and it does not make my face oily. And it seems, especially because I have more mature skin than you guys, it just seems to really kind of balance my skin out a little bit better. I really like it.
Yeah, it's really good for cleansing the makeup off before you're doing your regular face wash.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the Essential Beauty Serum now for dry skin, but other skin types can use it too. So that's a new product that we have. And it has things like blue cypress and lavender, which are incredible for your skin, amongst like a bunch of other really amazing things, the wolfberry, cedarwood, coconut oil, avocado oil. So that's something to look at as well. And it's only $20 for a 15 milliliter. And it's amazing. So that's something to look at. Like, I'm combination skin, as well, but I like the serum like that to use periodically in the evenings. And, so yeah, that's something for dry skin, as well as the rose ointment. If you don't have rose ointment, if you've got dry flaky spots, whether it's on your face or your body, that has worked wonders for me. Little pop-up patches of dry skin and things like that. It's a nice thick, I guess, kind of like a more shea butter consistency, I guess.
Yeah.
And it smells really good to me, and you can just scoop it out and rub it wherever you need it, as needed. It's very heavy, so it's very good for super dry patches.
I use that for wound care, that and the animal scents. I use a lot of animal scents, but for wound care and stuff on myself and my kids, I'll use the ointments just for, sealing it off, and I'll add oil either on top or underneath it, and use that ointment to just help, restore the wounds.
And I'll mention, like, if you are not really to the point where you have purchased a bottle of rose oil, this is a very, very inexpensive way to have rose, and for you to be using it consistently. And I'll show you, like what Catherine said, it's a shea butter consistency. I like to get it on my nail and then just put it on my skin, and then it rubs in really, really well. And it just shows you that you don't need to use a lot of it. Just like all these products, you're not going to use a lot of it. It goes a long, long way.
Mm-hmm. My renewal serum lasts, I want to say, and I'm not religious about using it, but I use it fairly regularly. And I would say it probably was about a year. 8 months to a year between orders. So they do last. Deborah Rayburn told me that, and I didn't believe her. And then when I bought it, my stuff lasted that long. I was like, okay, she knew. Mature skin, kind of the same thing. I have a friend of mine in Texas. I got hooked up on Shirley May. She said, can you tell me what it's like? And I said, luxurious. But I think it's probably one of my favorite, for aging skin or older skin.
See, I'm young. I don't have mature skin, too mature yet, but everyone loves Shirley May, and I like that too. It's a great brightening cream, but I am obsessed with Buswell Wrinkle Cream. That's my favorite. So
I love that one too.
Yeah. Don't forget about that one. It's amazing.
This slide talks about sensitive skin types, and a lot of it is still, kind of, it seems like it's repetitive, but I think the thing that I like the most about Facebook comments, I just got a message about Facebook comments. Yes, Catherine, or anybody that's doing it.
We'll get it.
It's what Catherine said earlier about the balancing, how it balances your skin, and what I wish I could remember, and I should have looked it up today, and I didn't think about it of your pH, but it just normalizes everything. But the difference that it makes in just evening out and balancing your skin is, I've found it phenomenal. My kids have all been very sensitive to any kind of products, soaps, from the time they were little on up, and we've never had any issues with any of the skincare products. And the one thing she said, the charcoal bar soap, one of my girls likes it. I love it. And one of them doesn't. But all the bar soaps, all the cleansers, everything we've used, it's not been an issue other than just personal preference. There's never been like a sensitivity issue with them.
Yeah. What's next?
It was stuck.
Okay.
The Art Cleanser, which we've kind of talked about this. I love this so much. I keep one at my parents' house in Texas. I have one in my travel bag, and one in my shower and one in my travel bag. And because I was always leaving it or getting to Texas and not having it. But I use this all the time. It hands down probably the one product of the skincare that I use the most. I love the way it smells. I love the way it makes my skin feel. And it's just a good, basic, just cleaner. I just love it. It has frankincense in it. It's probably why I love it so much.
Yeah, I think most of the products have frankincense in it.
I like all of them.
As far as the skincare.
This one, Orange Blossom, we've kind of touched on these already, but it has MSM. Which I think is why on young skin it actually works so well for breakouts and stuff like that, which is why Marley loved it so much. And they do have a lotion that goes with this. And then we were talking, we don't have a slide for it, but y'all were talking earlier about the acne cream.
I'll hold it up. Like it's, this is my hand. I've had this bottle since it released, which, was almost a year ago, right? That it released. And so you can spot treat any kind of pimples or any of that kind of stuff. I'll say, I don't know if you can see, but on my chin over here, I used to get cysts and they would last like a month. I never had full on face breakouts, but I would get one bump and it would be a cyst. And would last for like a month. So this is day 2 and it's almost gone. You don't ever want to try to pop those or anything like that. They're painful. Nothing comes out because it's so deep. So spot treat, those really deep nodules that you can get. And, you can do warm compresses on them. Even some of the oils that you can drop and do as spot treatment. I love the acne treatment that they have, but if you don't have it, and need something, tea tree, Melrose is amazing. I've even done Thieves because sometimes it's bacteria related, instead of just clogged. But, you can still do that warm compress. I don't think a lot of people think about that whenever you have the cysts and everything. And then you could even do a cold compress after that to kind of soothe it. But I'm just, talking, if you need something and it's puffy and super visible and it's bothering you, then those are some things that you can do. We already pretty much went over the toner, but it has amazing oils in it. It cleans your skin really, really well. You'll notice that even after washing your face, that there will be some dirt on your cotton pad as you put the toner on. It's just helping to shrink the pores on your face. It's helping to, get all that excess dirt off and all that kind of stuff. It's a super important step that you need to be taking to clean your face. You want to go to the next slide?
The mint scrub, which we did kind of talk about that too, which I love the way my skin feels after I do this. It's not super spicy or, because our peppermint's pretty intense. It's not like that. But it makes, I don't know, it just kind of tingly a little bit and just makes it feel.
It's very soft as far as the smell. It's a very light, minty smell, but it's awesome to use in the morning because it wakes you up. It makes your skin feel energized.
We didn't really talk about this one a whole lot. My mom is the one who actually got me on the Art skincare because she was telling me that I needed something, especially at my age, besides just soap and water. But this one is very light. And I had a problem when I first started using it. I didn't like anything on my face, not makeup, not lotions, anything. I just would wash and go. And I fell in love with this one quickly because it did balance. It didn't make my face oily. It didn't feel heavy. It didn't feel tacky. And the more I've used it, I realized too that my skin was kind of dehydrated and really still needs that extra. And the orchid in there was one of the things that I remember them talking about at beauty school, and just about how good it is for, just previous skin damage, which I have a lot of from being out in the sun and not doing sunscreen and everything else. But I really love this light moisturizer. And then they have a intensive too that I don't think we have a slide for. I don't know if
just a comment on the toner too, real quick. I grew up using the astringents that were like almost painful.
Sea breeze.
Like, yes, sea breeze. It's like your face is on fire and it dries it out, and you just like think that that's the way your skin is supposed to feel after a toner. It is very refreshing that this art toner still gets any excess dirt and oils off your face that you don't need, that may have been left over from your face wash, and closes the pores, but it's moisturizing without being heavy as well. So that's something to think about as well. Those toners that are the traditional kind of toners and astringents are too harsh on your skin, not to mention they have a lot of nasty stuff in them. So definitely give the toner a try. And the art system that they keep talking about, it does sell in an art trio. You can buy it in a little bundle as well.
Catherine, can you touch on we have a question about the mineral sunscreen, and I know we talked about that week before, but can you touch on that just a little bit, since you use that the most with Aislinn?
Yeah. So, I mean, I use it all over. So we use it, I use it, and she uses it. We do use it on our face when we're going to be out in the sun for a long time, and we use it all over our body, and both of us have sensitive skin, and it doesn't bother either one of us. It is like the only natural sunscreen. I tried several before Young Living came out with theirs, and every single time I would still get pink or sunburned if I didn't stay on top of it, washed off too easily, that kind of thing. Same with Aislinn. And so once Young Living released theirs, we started using the mineral sunscreen. Now we have SPF 10 and SPF 50. I just got the 10, but we've always used the 50. It stays on so good. It rubs in the skin really well. And we never get burned. I've mentioned before, I burn really easily on my chest and my shoulders. I tan really, really well. But it's kind of shocking because I'm a redhead too, but I do tan I can get really dark, but I do burn if I don't put some type of sunscreen on my chest and shoulders. And so that's where I always apply that mineral sunscreen, and it is so good. I can be on the boat all day long in the sunshine, only applying every hour or so, and not get burnt at all. We are in love with it. It is like the only sunscreen that my family uses now. But yeah, it is thick. So if you're going to put it on your face for the day, it's something that you might want to like kind of rub, and I rub it in my palms for just a few seconds to like warm it up so that it becomes a little more thin. But you can also make it add some of it into your lotions, your face lotion or stuff like that. If you want a little bit of added SPF, even if you want to get the 10 and add it into your lotion and kind of mix it in there, you can do that.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. I use Maggie is mine. She doesn't tan and she burns, and she has super sensitive skin, and it does not bother her at all, and it keeps her from burning. So she's the one. The rest of us, we don't use I use it on my face, which is where I'll get red, but I do like it. But I knew with Aislinn being little, a lot of people don't want to use stuff like that on their babies.
Yeah. Our doctor said, they don't really like you to put sunscreen on any baby under 6 months. They shouldn't really be out in the sun, at that point, but, because of sensitive skin. But she was doing, infant swim rescue, classes, which are just 10 minutes, but at the age of 7 months. And so we knew we'd be out in the sun a lot, and we have a pool around us and all that. And we live on the beach. So, we started using the mineral sunscreen on her when she was under a year old, and have loved it. Loved it.
So we've kind of covered the Boswellia. Did that answer your question, Ellie? Let me know if you have another one. that we've talked about the Boswellia wrinkle cream, which is, I actually thought I had some, but I must be out because it's not sitting here on my desk, and I think I grabbed everything. But this one, I know when it went out of stock for a while, it was in high demand, and it is some that everybody that I have had use it has absolutely loved. And when it was out, I remember seeing a thread of people putting the frankincense and Ningxia red under their eyes because they loved it and missed it so much, which I thought was kind of funny. And sandalwood, that was the other one. Again, we talked, I mean, some of this is kind of repetitive because we talked about them as we went through the early slides, but this is one, I like to use this one. Actually, where I get dry is on my elbows, and I use this one, and it just makes such an immediate difference where my skin gets really dry there, and I like to use it in the winter, but it's super thick, like Candace said. Smells amazing. It has the sandalwood in it. And when, I mean, they all actually, I don't know that I've ever had any of their skincare products that I haven't just loved the smell of. But they have so many different options that you can go, any way you want. But this one, I think mine's probably 1.5 years old, which, like I said, I don't use it a ton, but I use it enough that I still have half a jar left. You don't have anything to add on that one? It says morning and night to clean tone skin.
No, I would just say you guys should look up the oils that are amazing for the skin. You're going to see that sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, those are some really, really great ones as far as renewing the skin. So you're going to see those oils repeatedly in the ingredients. Now, yes, lavender is amazing for your skin, but we are talking about renewing the skin cells and turnover of cell regeneration and stuff like that. So whenever you see these oils, and if you don't have the oil itself, these are inexpensive ways to get the oils on your skin is through the products that are already made with it, like rose ointment. We already talked about that, so we can go on to the next one. But that's one way to get rose on your skin if you don't have the bottle of rose. And then the renewal serum, we already mentioned this. I mean, it makes your skin feel like silk. It smells amazing. The ingredients in it are also amazing as well. I just, know that you're going to feel a huge improvement if you use this on your skin every single day. It would make a good, as far as using the mineral makeup, you want to have something on your skin before applying it for the makeup to stick to. You can, and I've seen people using the renewal serum on their face before they put the mineral makeup on. I actually put Sheila May on, so it's like Melissa said earlier, it's all preference. But this has jasmine in it, has frankincense, it has orchid petals. That's just a few of the ingredients, but everything is natural. We talked about Sheila May and what it is used for. It's for lightening and brightening your skin. And then the Wolfberry Eye Cream, you guys, these products are not just for women as well. So I'll just mention, like, Jared loves to use this under his eyes. He tends to have kind of dark circles under his eyes. And it doesn't take very much. I mean, I'm almost out of this little jar. I've had it for at least a year. And you just dab it under your eye. And it smells so good. I mean, all the products pretty much smell great. So you're not going to have something that you're putting on your face and you're like, oh, that doesn't smell that great. But as far as like the puffiness and stuff like that, this is really good as well. And is there anything I did want to, this is more like not facial so much, but we do have the coconut lime body butter. So this is something too that, smells awesome, smell mostly the lime, but is great for applying to your legs and, your arms and stuff like that when you get out of the shower. And
do y'all use any of the body lotion? Well, do y'all use any of the body lotions?
Yeah, I do.
I switched over to the body butter because I like it a lot more. I used to use which one? They have lavender, and then what's the other?
Genesis,
Sensation, yeah.
Yeah, I like the Genesis. My kids, and I like it too because my kids they think the smell's too strong. Well, Marley doesn't. She always steals it. But I actually, and my dad uses loves the lavender lotion, and my dad he's not really kind of a lotion guy, but he has very sensitive skin and will, like, if he gets into something, he'll itch a lot and kind of get right, and he'll use that lavender and it will stop like the itching that he tends to deal with. But I love all the body lotions. I finally just got all of them and rotate through them. But I haven't tried the coconut lime cream. And then the foot scrub is something y'all talked about too that I haven't tried, that you said that we have, that does the exfoliation on the foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys need to go and check out the summer class that we recorded that has all of your like summer skincare products and all that kind of stuff, and get the details of all of those products because they're awesome too.
The other thing that I had that we didn't talk about was the Mira hair oil, which I just recently purchased, and Maggie did I think I'm going to say it wrong, but balayage on her hair, which lightened the ends of it, and we don't do a lot of, highlights and stuff like that. So it really kind of messed up her hair on the end. And so just taking a few drops of that when her hair's wet and rubbing my hands and working it through the ends of her hair made a huge difference. And I like it because my hair is now coming in with a lot of chrome, and it's sometimes I'll get kind of Medusa looking, and it will tame the wildness with my hair when I use it. But I really enjoyed that. I didn't know if I would like it or not. And I finally tried it recently, and I've been using it about a month now and really do like it.
Hey, on that Genesis body lotion, I actually have used the lavender stuff, but I love the Genesis. I have like this elbow, I guess because it rubs on the door when I'm driving. I don't know, but it always is really rough feeling, and I've tried everything on it. And just like 3 applications of the Genesis body lotion, just 3, took away that dead skin, that dry skin, and it's like back to normal again. And I fought with that thing for years. So I'm a firm believer of the body lotions.
Yeah, that one has a lot of really, really, really good oil. I mean, they all do have good oils that are supportive for skin, but the Genesis one is like gold, and it smells really good to me. It smells kind of like something Anthropology would put out. So I really liked that. It's not too flowery, not too fruity. It's a really good balance.
So one last product that I thought of that I didn't bring in here that I have all of them are the massage oils. I know we briefly mentioned the B6, I think, but we have the relaxation massage oil. We have the Cellulite Magic or Cellumagic, whatever it's called. I use that when I'm getting in my sauna or when I'm doing the petrochemical detox. They have relaxation, sensation, ortho sport, and ortho ease. Am I missing any?
Did you say Dragon Time?
Dragon Time. Yeah. Yep. No, I forgot that one, which are all really good, especially in the summer. If just putting them on after even a workout, or we used a lot of the, I use the Ortho Sport and the Ortho Ease when we're doing raindrops, just as to loosen muscles. They're really good. And then we also have the Cool Azul gel, which has an aloe vera base that's good for post-workout. Candace, I know you really liked that when it came out. The thing with the big product line that they have, there's really something for everything for personal care. And I think our goal in that is just to, no, you don't have to go out and get all of it, but there is something for pretty much every need that you have. And a lot of time, and we do a lot of DIYs too, but I really love being able just to click and get the products I need and not worry about it. And there's still, like I said, some I haven't used, but I think that's all the skin ones I can think of. Y'all got any more?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording. Y'all, thanks for joining us on Facebook. And let's see, how do I stop? I guess I just have to end it because I don't know how to do it. They updated it, so it's all different. So I'm going to stop that, and y'all have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for joining.